peace. Welcome back. Adam here, better known as Sandamtod. Got tagged by Ryan right now. Well, he was a little hesitant, but he tagged me anyway. It was kind of an open response and a tag response. He did the crazy games, dude. Question: video game stuff you wish you still had from when you were a kid that maybe you got rid of. I think the reason why Ryan was having trouble deciding whether or not to tag me was because he probably thinks I never get rid of anything based on all of the stuff I have around here. That's pretty much true. I haven't really gotten rid of anything. I traded in some games for a little while to some different like game exchange and stuff. But it's probably only like a handful of PS1 titles and a couple PS2 titles, and that's about it. So I mean, it's really not anything that I remember that stands out or that I miss. I know one of the PS1 games that I got rid of was this role-playing game called Beyond the Beyond. It looked really cool on the back, but it was just one of those, um, you know, basic RPG style games. I just couldn't get into it, and it just sat on my shelf collecting dust. I think the PS1 Road Rash I also traded off. It'd be nice to have those, but there's no reason why I couldn't go pick those up right now. I think we're talking nostalgia, and if that's the case, there is a couple things. One, about 3 years ago, I decided after about 3 or 4 moves that I was sick of lugging around my Sega Genesis Model 2 box, the 6-button controller boxes, and the Sega CD box, and my PS2 and PS1 boxes. I was like, I got tired of lugging them around, and I just chucked them about 3 or 4 years ago. Before I really got back into collecting, and now I kicked myself because I held on to them for about 6 or 8 years, and then I turned around and got rid of them. So, I mean, that was kind of a stupid move on my part. I miss those, but hey, it's cardboard. What are you gonna do? I guess the final things that I remember getting rid of were at a garage sale when I was a kid. My first console that I ever owned was an Atari 2600, one of those little slim bastards. And my mom and my stepdad bought me all sorts of games for it and stuff over the years. I think they found, some people that were selling their stuff used and bought a big bunch of it for Christmas one year. I just had a ton of it, but the new hotness was the Nintendo, and I finally, when I was a kid, I mowed lawns, I saved cans, I did things like that, trying to earn enough money to buy one of these. Control set is what I wanted at the time, which was $80 something. And then they came out with the action set with the dual cart and the gun, and you got the 2 controllers and everything. And I think they kind of phased back the control set and made it pretty much just get the action set. And I think it got up to I had around $80, 80, $85, and it was around my birthday, and my stepdad went in and paid for the rest of my system. But, it wasn't something that my mom was overly thrilled that I got. I mean, she didn't hate the thing, but she just didn't understand it. And she wasn't going to buy me games and stuff for it. So, I mean, it's pretty much unless I asked on a holiday, like my birthday or Christmas, my grandparents, they'd buy me a game, usually on those holidays. And I bought some myself through the same means of mowing lawns and, collecting cans and things like that. So it reached a point where I probably had about 15 or 16 games. And my mom decided we were going to have a garage sale. And, I had already decided I was going to throw the Atari in there. It's one of those things. I wanted a new games for my new system. I didn't give a crap about that old thing, anymore because I had the new thing. So we ended up selling that Atari 2600 and probably about 60 or so games and every type of controller you can imagine for like $20 to the neighbor kids across the street. And That was such a kick. You know, I shouldn't have done that. But, you know, that's one of the things we're talking about here. Um, the final thing was in the same garage sale, I put some of my Nintendo games in it because I wanted, I think it was Dragon Warrior 2. There was some new games coming out that I really was interested in, and it was like I didn't really feel like I was making enough money, and I was like, well, if I could sell these games that I don't like as much, then maybe I could get a game or two that I really will like. So I remember I put five of them in the garage sale, and they were in the box, the directions, and everything. I put in Bad Dudes. I put in Major League Baseball, Karate Kid, Astyanax, and Faxanadu. And ended up selling three of them. I ended up selling Major League Baseball, Karate Kid, and Bad Dudes. And, you know, the other two I still have to this day, and they're in the boxes over there. Actually, I think Faxanadu has like masking tape because I had not masking tape, Scotch tape, because I had Scotch taped the boxes shut so people couldn't just steal the directions out of them or whatever. And I got $10 a piece for them back then. I mean, Nintendo cartridges didn't depreciate in value as fast. You know, it's not like it was the greatest hits. You know, I mean, it was like everything was $30 to $50, and it stayed that price. You know, and so when you saw them at a garage sale or you saw them, you know, at the local video store, they're selling them for $10 or $15. You picked them up if it was something decent. So, like I said, I sold three of them, and got $30 out of that and 20 out of that Atari. I think I ended up buying an NES Max controller, and I think I bought a couple of games. I think one of them was a buddy of mine that sold me his Metroid game for $10, and then I got my neighbor to trade me his copy of Double Dragon for a game called Star Voyager and $5. Permanent trade, which I thought was a good deal. And, you know, I do stuff like that. So the only reason like I said, I could get those three games, you know, no problem. In box even, it'd probably be, you know, less than $60. But the thing is, my grandparents bought those games for me for holidays and Christmases and stuff. And nowadays, if I got a game for Christmas or whatever, even if I had it already, I wouldn't sell it, you know, if it was a present, you know, if it was a retro gift or whatever. If it was something new, I would just tell them that I already had it and they could take it back. But if it was a retro gift, like you know, a double of something I already had, I would keep it. So that's pretty much it, Ryan. I'm trying to keep this shorter. So anyway, it was kind of a tag to an open response. I don't really know if I'm supposed to tag anybody, so I'll leave it at that. And I'm gonna get out of here. So thanks for coming by. That's kind of what I miss, basically, are those three Nintendo games, because my grandparents, you know, basically bought them for me. The Atari was my first system, and I wish that, and I sold all that crap in that same one garage sale. Actually, I sold my Castle Grayskull in that garage sale too, so that was another thing. I kind of still wish, I'm not, you know, a toy collector per se, but I still wish I had that Castle Grayskull. So anyway, rambling. I'm going to sign off, folks. See you next video, and thanks for watching. Bye.